So there is a very significant change on the way. The traditional practices and the traditional delivery methods in the contracting industry may very well be substantially different 10 years, never mind 20 years down the road.
The typical predictability of a project, its ability to deliver on cost and on time, is well below 50% of the sector as a whole. I don't think that's a statistic that's very well understood by the insurance sector.
One of the issues we face is increased regulation. So the insurance buyer wants us to be more and more flexible, and yet we have more and more of a straitjacket around us in terms of regulation, Solvency II, and we have to be very careful in terms of how we use our capacity, and that can restrict us in terms of flexibility that the construction industry would like.
And I think the more that we can bring transparency and expose that sort of level of performance, the more clients, industry and insurers together can get around the table and collaborate on better approaches to handling that type of risk.
At Lucas Fetters, we've been involved in construction in all shapes and sizes, from the self-employed electrician to multi-million-pound developments in the city. So it became apparent that there was a disconnect between the underwriters, the insurance market, and the construction industry and their needs. It seemed like a great idea to get some senior people together to discuss this.
Simply a improved understanding, mutual understanding of each other's business drivers and view of the future trends in the sector, future risks in the sector, if you like, would have been a great achievement from the evening.
When we planned the event, of course, the referendum was on the horizon. By the time the event arrived, we'd had the vote to Brexit. And we didn't know how that's going to affect the industry. And so wasn't it great to have all these senior people around to actually discuss what might happen?
I believe it's a groundbreaking event, bringing together two disparate sectors which are in some senses uniquely intertwined and yet haven't communicated effectively in the past.
What became clear was there is an opportunity for a work programme which brings insurers together with clients and the industry to improve collaboratively how we understand risk and move towards, as it were, a better place.
It is very important, therefore, that people in both industries can come together to understand the requirements, constraints and potential opportunities in the industries that they represent. There can be no doubt that going forward there is a huge opportunity to create new insurance products and new ways of working within the construction industry that will facilitate the requirements of both parties, hopefully producing lower risk, better working practices and lower financing costs.
One of the conclusions for us was that collaboration means aligned commercial incentives.
There were two key messages for me. One was collaboration and the other one was early engagement with underwriters. Those themes came up again and again throughout the evening, and those are the ones I think we should develop.